Hey guys, so I want to do a get ready with me today, and I'm sorry that there's going to be some background noise with like lawnmowers and the wind and stuff, but can't really do much about it. And the lighting is not the best because it's an overcast day, and the mirror that I bought with lights in it, I thought it would be brighter. I'm very spoiled with my old mirror. It was very bright and would really help with my lighting. But this one is just not as bright, but it's gonna serve me well when I go away on the Disney cruise, so I'm not going to mess with it, but we're just gonna have to make things work, you know? How we roll here on my channel with very limited lighting resources. So today I'm gonna do a get ready with me, and I'm gonna do a full in-depth on my like pre-makeup skincare to my hair. I'm not doing a crazy look today, just like a fall cozy look, because I'm going to see my friends Colleen and Lori for an indoor fall day. We're gonna be like carving pumpkins and filming some DIY videos. So I just wanna have like a face together and show you guys what I've been using. So I washed my face with the Beauty Counter Nourishing Exfoliator this morning to really slough off the dead skin that was on there and things like that. So I'm gonna go in with this Seaweed Cleansing Toner by Mario Badescu. I've been enjoying this. It's not my favorite toner I've ever used. I am going to be repurchasing the Belief toner that I've been raving about for months, because that one is really great for my dry skin. I do notice a huge difference when I use it versus when I don't. And my skin has definitely been missing it, but I do like this one. I feel clean when I use it, which is the main thing about toners. It really is to kind of make sure you've gotten everything off your skin, anything that your cleanser may have missed, and also to even out your skin balance so that your skincare is ready to go on. Because I notice sometimes my skin is either super dry or a little too oily, like the water didn't get everything off, or my towel or whatever I use to dry my face off. So this just kind of helps even out your skin and make sure that it's ready for moisturizer and serums and all that good stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the Beauty Counter Beauty Counter Plus. This is like one of the new lines. Beauty Counter Plus 3 Balancing Plus Lang Lang Oil. I do need to pick up a new one of these, but this is my favorite thing to use every day. It makes my face feel so hydrated and great and radiant, and I love the smell of it. It took me a while to get used to the smell. I wasn't a huge fan at the beginning, but I'm getting used to it. And just bring it around the whole face. I do about 3 drops on each cheek, and then usually like 1 along my forehead. And I do like to use my hands on my face because sometimes, especially with this exfoliator, there are like little beads that are still on my face, so it helps me figure out where those are and gets those off. And I can kind of like feel my skin and where it's at. The skin to skin contact when you're figuring out your skin is so important, and like using your touch senses to really figure out like where are you dry, where are you oily, where do you need help. And then I let that sink in for a little bit before going into moisturizer. So I'm going to go into my Mario Badescu Ceramide Herbal Eye Cream. I love this. It makes my under eyes just a little bit, it cools them a little bit and soothes them. And you don't need a lot. Something I've learned, like I literally just take this much, and then I rub it between 2 fingers and run it right under there. And it doesn't really help with puffiness too much, but it definitely helps with hydration and moisture, because you don't want to put facial oils under your eyes, because that area is a little more, that and your eyelids are a little bit more susceptible to being oily, even if you have dry skin. So I like going in with a specific eye cream, and I never put moisturizer on my eyelids. I'll go above my eyelid to this area with my brows and over my brows, but I never take moisturizer onto my eyelids, just because they're a different, like, identity, I guess, and they react differently to skincare, so I'm still figuring out like what to do for my eyelids as far as skincare goes. But yeah, I don't usually bring like any moisturizers onto there because you can kind of damage your eyes and your eyelids by doing that. And then once the oil has kind of sunk into my skin, after a minute or so, I go in with my moisturizer. Some people wait a little bit longer to let the oil sink in, but I like letting the moisturizer and the oil work together. Sometimes I'll put the oil into the moisturizer rather than doing them separately. It all kind of depends on the day and how my skin is doing. And the moisturizer I've really been enjoying is the Cara Moisturizer by Mario Badescu. It says this moisturizer deeply hydrates while boosting your complexion. Isodecyl, I think that's how I pronounce it. Oh god. Salicylate keratoplast. Boasts mild exfoliating properties to help gently remove dry, dulling buildup. Also formulated with oatmeal for its soothing properties and elastin to help support skin. So this definitely is formulated for drier skin. On the little side, the Mario Badescu products all say like what skin types it's for, and it's for dry and sensitive, so that's perfect for me. And again, you do not need a lot of this. Sometimes I overuse it and I notice when I do, so you don't want to overdo it with this stuff. A little goes a long way. And I've been finding that this works really, really well with this oil for me, and I always drag everything onto my neck. And then for my lips, there's something in my eye. Oh. And then for my lips, I'm going in with the Aquaphor Lip Protectant Plus Sunscreen. This just helps moisturize my lips a little bit and get them prepped for the day, helps with the dryness on there. I'm still figuring out like what lip balms and lip oils I want to invest in. It's kind of like the last bit of my skincare I need to get together. So that's my skincare. I'm gonna let this settle for about 20 to 30 minutes before I go in with my makeup. My room is a little messy, as you can kind of see in bits of the background, so I'm gonna go fix my room and put some laundry on, and then I'll be back to do my makeup and my hair. See you in a little bit. So I'm back. I'm sweating. It's October. Last week my house was like 30 degrees. And this week it feels like it's 80. So I don't really know what's going on with Mother Nature right now. I feel like curling my hair today, like sort of like wanding it with a curler, because I've been straightening it a lot recently and I just kind of want a change. So there are so many tutorials of this on YouTube. I'm like not even gonna really talk through what I do. I'm also probably gonna end up speeding a lot of this up and talk more when I'm doing my makeup. I want it to be like more choppy than that though. I guess. I don't really know. I feel like this barrel is too big to really do what I want to do. That's all I got right now. So here we are. I'm just gonna speed through most of this because my hair is gonna take a really long time, and then I'm gonna run out of topics to talk about for when I do my makeup. And also this cord is getting caught on everything, so I'm like struggle. The struggle is real, guys. So I feel like my hair is just like poofy. It never like, I want it to like just be with itself. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't want the frizz. And when you put heat on it, it's supposed to do that for you. Like that's good, just like not frizzy. I mean. And just skimmed the barrel, guys. Oh, I'm sweating. Putting a lot of body in it in the hopes that this kind of tames down the frizz. This really isn't going how I planned. I think I have to take smaller sections and like actually alternate directions. That was a good one. One. I get so messed up in the mirror, I don't know where I'm going. Also, also terrified of being that girl that like singed off her hair. Terrified. Because I know someone that happened to in like a hair salon. Like they burnt off her hair. I have so much hair. And people like to remind me of that. Like people look at my hair and they're like, wow, you have a lot of hair. And I'm like, I know. I've been living with it for 22 years. When I get frustrated enough, that's when I decide I'm done with that strand. When you start something and you immediately regret it, that's me right now. This is turning into the most positive video. I love it. This is why 9 times out of 10, I actually don't style my hair every day because I just get so frustrated by it all. But I'd never cut it off. Ever. I'm too scared. I love my hair long. I like how I look with long hair. And my hair grew in short and I looked like a boy. And it wasn't a cute look either. Like my face is too big to have really short hair. So I would just look horrible with short hair. So I never change it. I just get really frustrated by it. But you know what? It's my stuff, so I can't get frustrated by it. Okay, so I'm gonna skip through the rest of my hair because there's just a lot and I'm getting really overwhelmed. And I don't want this to turn into a negative video. So I will be back when I'm doing my makeup. Hello, I'm back. My hair is done. It's back. I put on actual cat ears because like it's almost Halloween and I'm doing a fall tutorial. So yeah, okay, so I'm gonna put on, I need to get new primer because I don't want to use this, but it's the only like mattifying primer I have that's gonna work. If I can even find it. Is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer Smoothing Primer. So this is gonna help smooth over my pores and it's not really gonna interfere with the radiance or with the oils and moisturizers that are working. And I really just concentrate this to the center of my face and then sort of swirl it around the outer parts. But I really need most of the help here. I'm gonna go in to my Beauty Counter Tint Skin Foundation. I love this stuff. It's so good. So, chit chat, get ready with me, life update. Life update, the sun's coming out. So my, lighting might not be too horrible in this part of the video, which is good. Yeah, so I ordered a new mirror. I got an Impressions Vanity for the cruise because I wanted to be able to take a light up mirror with me, but I wanted it to be travel friendly. So it's this little guy. This is the size, but I don't want to show the front because then you'll see your reflection. But it has lights all around the screen and a lot of people really like these types of mirrors. Impressions Vanity is a really good brand. So I was like, okay, this will be good. And I don't know if I was expecting it to be as crazy as my ring light that I used to have, but it's not as bright at all. Like it kind of just feels like it's something on the screen. It doesn't feel like it's actually lighting me or doing anything important. Because I don't have a lot of light where I have my makeup because I don't know, the light like comes in forward, but when it's cloudy and stuff like that, I don't have that much light, so I really rely on my mirror to help me light my face, and it's not doing that even on like cloudier days. It really doesn't do anything. So I'm fine with it for the fact that it's going to be really travel friendly and it will help a little bit in the under compartments of the ship, hopefully, but overall I feel like I might need to invest in a much different, maybe more expensive mirror, but I just don't have the funds for that right now because your girl's about to start paying her college loans. Oh God, I don't know, I just never thought this day would come, and it's here and it's really, really stressful. Yeah, I have to start paying my loans in a couple weeks, and I'm glad that I have a job that's like really paying me so I can actually pay them off, but I'm just like, when did this happen? When did I become an adult? Okay, and then I'm gonna go into the NYX Gotcha Covered Total Coverage Concealer. Yeah, adulthood is here and real and knocking on my door, and I'm like, hey. you doing? It's crazy. I don't know if I'm really ready for it. It's really crazy. I'm home for the rest of the time that I'm in New Jersey before I leave for Florida for my training. And for those of you that don't know, I was hired by Disney Cruise Line. I'll have the link to my announcement video down below. And I'm leaving really soon, but I just finished working in New York yesterday, and I've been like reflecting on, I've been reflecting on my time working there, and I really enjoyed it, even though I got on the wrong subway several times, and I got lost a lot, and the bus really annoyed me a lot. Overall, I really enjoyed working in New York, and I will definitely be back. I'm not leaving New York forever. I'm based in this area. I'm from this area. So New York is always gonna kind of be my home base, but I'm glad I got the experience of working in New York right out of college, and now I kind of get to go away for a little bit. I've been saying for like 2 years now that I really want to get out of New Jersey. I've just been here forever. Like, I've never moved. I've lived in the same place my whole life, and I've taken vacations internationally, and I've worked out of state before, but I've been saying for a while that I just want to like get out and get away just to kind of like experience something new. And I'm really nervous about it because, you know, it's a scary new world, and I'm going in with a Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I don't know, it's something different. It's like when I went away to college, like I didn't really know anybody that was going there. I didn't have any friends on my floor. I didn't know my roommate, and I just remember the first night being there, I just felt so alone, and I was like, this is new and exciting, but it's also kind of petrifying, and I'm excited to kind of do that again in a more like work-centered area, and where I have the chance to really make those connections that last. I made some really wonderful connections at college. I was in a sorority. I've made some of the best friends of my life in college, but this is different. It's a much different experience. So yeah, I'm just getting ready for that. I'm starting to pack and making my packing lists and realizing I don't have everything I need to go away, so that's fun. I am going to be doing a haul video really soon on like essentials that I've purchased, like personal essentials that I think I need to go away, and then I'll probably do an update in about a month on like whether I'm still using them, if I actually needed them, and things like that. Cause I've purchased like a couple new electronics and new makeup and new clothing, things that I think that I need to take with me. So yeah, okay, skin's done. I'm gonna let this settle. I'm gonna spray my face with the Balancing Charcoal Facial Mist by Beauty Counter. This stuff is amazing. Oh my god. I love it. Okay, moving on to eyes. I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. I've really been loving the Beauty Counter Color Define Brow Pencil. I didn't know how I was gonna feel about using a brow pencil and going back to that. I really only used a brow pencil for a very limited time in my life, but I actually really like the color that this is for me, and I like what it's doing to my brows. I'm really trying to get that fuller brow look. I'm really trying to get a more defined brow look, and I feel like it's doing it for me. Like I said, I am going to be getting like a brow gel to really set everything in place, just because I feel like my brows kind of go everywhere, which they didn't used to do. I think it's because I am wearing my brows thicker than I used to. But I like it. I'm into this fuller brow. I think it complements my face really well. I look back at photos and my brows were so thin. I know everybody says that, but I really like rocked the thin brow for a while. And it was definitely not because thin brows were in, it was definitely because Disney princesses have that thin brow look, so I was like, yeah, like unconsciously doing that. I'm trying to get an arch back and things like that. And I noticed that I really like to put a lot of the darkness in the front of my brow, so I'm trying to reverse that and make the end of my brow darker and keep the front of my brow really light. And I think using a brow pencil is really helping with that. And then some days, like today, this tail is actually really decent. I actually really like how that's looking. Some days it's not so defined, so I'll go in with my pomade and redefine that. But it's like so much faster for me to use this pencil, which I like. I like that. Especially because I'm not gonna want to spend a million years getting ready for work on a cruise. I'm looking for like faster ways to do everything. Don't get me wrong, there are some days that I really like spending my time doing my makeup and making everything like chiseled and perfect and beautiful, but there are some days that I just want to put a face on and know that I'm gonna look okay for a couple hours. But yeah, I've been reflecting on my time working in New York, going back to that, and I've done some pretty crazy stuff. Like, I didn't realize how much I worked on until I was putting my resume together and listing out everything. And I really like hit the ground running leaving college. There was like 3 weeks where I was unemployed. That was it. I wasn't even unemployed leaving college. Like, I worked a job the 2 weeks before graduation, which was crazy. So film a video on like my commuter experience and like advice I would give to commuters. So if anybody's interested in that, let me know, because I definitely learned a lot. And I commuted 2 different ways. Like, I used the train and I used the bus at different points, so I have knowledge of both. So let me know if that's something you guys would want to see. Okay, that's as good as those are getting. Kind of how I feel about my brows every day. I want to do like a brown eye today, so I'm going to go into my Stila palette to start off. I'm just going to set my lid with light. I'm going to keep this as an all matte look today. Maybe do like an inner corner highlight. I will. Then I'm going to go into my beauty counter duo that I have. This is Fawn and Night. This is what it looks like. And I'm going to take Fawn and pop that into the crease with my blending brush, which might still have stuff on it. It does. I'm trying to get a bunch of new brushes before I go away, because I feel like I need to up my brow. I need to up my brow game, but I need to up my brush game. Gosh, I never know what to talk about. I never know what people want to hear about. But I'm leaving home. This is the first time. Even when I went to college in state, and I was only 20 minutes away from my house, even though I lived on campus all 4 years. Which some people are like, really? Like, you spent that much money to only live 20 minutes away? And I know a lot of people in my area that did commute, but personally, I needed to be away from my family for a little bit. And it's not that I don't love my family, it's that I'm a very independent person. I always have been, and I've always like looked up to my family. Like, my whole family immigrated here from Ireland. So my mom immigrated here and my grandparents immigrated here, and they came at very young ages. Like, my mom immigrated here when she was 18. So I've always had that kind of like independence in me of like leaving home and experiencing your own life. In me somehow, I always thought that I was going to go back to Ireland for college, and I did apply, but it just never worked out. And I'm going into my Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm just gonna take a couple of these brown shades here, these ones, and like do the do. I don't know, I've just always had this like desire in me to kind of go away for a little bit and craft my own life and see what's out there. So I kind of did it with college. I went away, I lived on campus, but I was still close enough that if I wanted to come home for a weekend or for a night, like if there was something going on at home, I could come home, but I was still far enough away that I didn't feel like I was being suffocated or whatever. So I did get a glimpse of that experience, so I'm excited to kind of like go away and be on my own for a little bit, and be kind of like, I have to be in charge of myself, like I am 22, so I'm excited for that. I definitely am, and I've wanted to work for Disney forever. Like, this is a dream come true, especially to be doing what I'm doing. Like, to be the cosmetologist for the characters, I'm like, that's such a dream for me. I've always wanted to work for Disney. Like, a lot of my high school friends have been reaching out to me and they're like, Deirdre, this is something you've been working for forever, like since high school. So it's really cool to sort of get that validation from my friends that like they see that I'm finally achieving things that I've always wanted to, and also personally, like, this is a dream come true. And it's crazy. I keep getting emails about like what I'm gonna be doing and like my itinerary for training, and I'm like, what is life? Like, what is this life I'm living? And I really want to impress on people that the life I live and my job are not as glamorous as most people think. Like, I work insane hours. The job I just did, I would go in to the city around 4 o'clock and I wouldn't get home until 1, like midnight, 1 or 2 in the morning sometimes, like a commute back to New Jersey at midnight. So, and that was like 6 days a week. So while my job sounds glamorous, and there are parts of it that are like opening night parties and, you know, getting to work for Disney, but a lot of my job is like hard work. So I want to do a couple of videos really talking about that. I just went ahead and finished up my eyes. I put in light from the Jaclyn Hill palette in my inner corner, and I used the Tarte Tartist mascara on my eyelashes. And I went ahead with Fawn and I smudged out my lower lash line. I'm going to go ahead and I sprayed my face again with the mist. I'm going to go into my Cover FX powder and just powder my face a little bit. Like, I'm very sweaty today. Not oily, just straight up sweaty. My camera was overheating, so, and I'm also trying to get ready in time to leave. So there's that. Okay, moving on to bronzer, to my Chocolate Soleil bronzer. Like I was saying before, I would really love to do like commuter tips, commuter advice, those types of videos, and like an insight into my industry. So if you guys have any specific questions, if you're interested in that kind of thing, I would really love for you to like tweet me questions or comment questions so that I can get an idea of what you guys want to see. I'm really trying to figure out what I'm going to talk about while I'm on the cruise, because I can't really talk about my job a lot. I can sort of talk about how I'm feeling, how I'm doing, and those kinds of things, but I'm not going to be able to take you around with me day to day. I can't take you backstage. I can't take you into wardrobe and things like that. So I kind of want to know from you guys like what you want to hear about and what you want me to talk about as far as like lifestyle, and I'm going to be doing a lot of book reviews because I'm going to be reading a lot. So I just want to know like what you're interested in hearing about, or different topics and things like that. So yeah, so I just went ahead and bronzed up the face, and I'm going to go in with blush. Same blush as always. I'm getting a new blush. I just placed an order on Tarte, so I'll have some new products to try out for you guys in the coming weeks. But yeah, that's pretty much everything that's going on. I'm like fully invested in getting ready to go away at this point. And like what's happening with that. So yeah, I need like a little fluffy brush. I'm gonna go ahead and take and light on my highlighting brush and use that as my face highlight today. I really want like a bright face and like brown eye, but I'm gonna go for like an intense lip. I'm ready. Someone is walking outside with a Swiffer and a vacuum. I don't know what's going on. Also, the lighting changed again. I don't know what's happening today. Okay, and now it is time for the lips. What am I going to do? I think I'm gonna use this lip color. It's like dark and vampy. Or should I go for something from my Anastasia lip palette? Is there anything in here? Oh, I do have this color, which I haven't used all over my lips yet. I wonder if I mix these two. Let's do that, because I haven't really like played with that stuff. I'm gonna line my lips with Chi by ColourPop. My memory card got full and my camera didn't tell me. I realized the other day that my 200th video has gone up, which means I've filmed way more than 200 videos because there are a lot of videos I've never posted. And you would think that after 200 videos I would have figured out a system to know when my camera stops recording. No. So here we are on my lips. I ended up going into my Anastasia lip palette, and I started by lining my lips with Chi by ColourPop, which is my favorite brown nude, like brownie nude. It's like a straight brown color. And then I went into the shade 6. I'm gonna take this off because this is like super dirty. I went into shade 6 to start off, then lightened it a little bit and made it a little bit more purple with 5, and then I wanted some more brown tones in it, so I put 8 in the center, sort of like keeping it in the middle of my lips. This is the color we ended up with, and then I sprayed my face to lock everything in with the NYX Matte Finish Spray. So this is the finished fall look. I love it. I feel super cozy today. The wind is like roaring. I'm like, oh my god, crazy. So yeah, you could definitely make this look even more dramatic with like some lashes or some eyeliner, but I really like the simplicity of it. I feel like I can just cozy up and like carve pumpkins and watch movies today, which is exactly what I'm doing. So I'm very, very excited. If you guys liked this video and you like this tutorial, then please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss anything coming in the future. I have a bunch of like simple Halloween tutorials coming, some fall DIYs like I said, and some more fall vlogs, so you won't want to miss that stuff. And if you want to stay up to date with everything I'm doing with Disney, then make sure that you are subscribed to me and following me on my social media as well. I'll try and put them up on the screen, but my editing stuff isn't that great. I don't like how the titles roll, so I have everything in the description box always, so you can go ahead and follow me on my Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, all linked down in the description box. That is everything I have for you guys today, and I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you soon. Bye!